paralyzed the Bucks and track. Friends is having kids, ain't adding up. What's the use of having a world with no love? What's the use of having a light with no plug? What's the use of ingredients with no sauce? What's the use of the physical with no source? We flared up, flared up, flared up, flared up. We flared up, flared up, flared up, flared up.
Miami has Dolphins, the greatest football team.
My taste, y'all can't talk about basic. We mighty more Power Ranger. Mine also dangerous. Y'all talk outrageous. Don't.
Take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the New York Jets. Team set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. Willis going to look to throw first play. Now he'll tuck this and run. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Here we go. Back.
Back to throw, Willis. Got a man. It's the rookie out of the third round. He's still on his feet. He may go. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Dolphins go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Anders Carlson now for the point after. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
And they're on the 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Looking to throw McCarthy. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He finds his target, Allen. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down. You talk about this Miami defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to it. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
Going for it. Here's McCarthy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. T. Higgins, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jets take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Off the play fake, here's Willis. He'll swing this out to Krosky Merritt. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
And how about that on 3rd down? So many different directions an offense can go. Throw it out wide to the receivers, get it to their speedy running back. They changed up everything and handed it to the fullback, and he surprised them all and picked up a first down.
On first down, it's Krosky Merritt. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. When you talk about this Jets defense, against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
And from analyzing them and talking with their defensive coordinator, we know they have a full playbook. So look for them to mix up coverages, pressure one play, fall back the next. They'll do a lot of different things trying to confuse the offense.
Willis looking to throw it. And his throw is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect,
and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready.
Here's Willis. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
At the 43-yard line.
Willis on the option to the right. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
That's another Dolphins first down.
Willis. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Willis looking to throw it. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. Touchdown. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins are able to move back in front. Carlson on for the extra point. And it's up and good to make this now a 14-8 ball game. So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Throwing is McCarthy. Running with slant, and he finds Mitchell. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in the touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Now Willis to throw. And that is incomplete here.
That's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates, 19, 60 Mavericks, 60 Mavericks.
Here's Willis. Got a man, and he hits it in stride. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Ready up.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
Willis with a quick throw out wide. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
So many times in my career, coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10...
And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down. You got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Back to throw, Willis. Under pressure, and they get to him again. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Liking 18.
Willis will look to throw it. He'll try and do this himself. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On now is Ty Zentner to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out when they punted the football.
Yeah, you never want to get stopped so soundly during the series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. Still going. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Keenan Allen, 63 yards. And the Jets strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Will line up for a 2-point conversion.
McCarthy going to look to throw for it. And that is caught for the 2 points. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction. Here right at the 20-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice game.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. To throw, here's Willis. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Going up top. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
But whatever they called on defense, they made sure they were ready for the pass on that snap, made the proper adjustments, and helped force an incompletion.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And it's taken in at the 9. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Jets will take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now McCarthy. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Makes it third and 12.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They need 12 here. It's third down. To the air with McCarthy. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Fourth down.
They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Get it. 70, 60 Maverick, 6, 18, 5 in. Ready.
Willis. Now he's into the clear again. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins have yet again retaken the lead. Now Carlson for the extra point. He's got it, and it's now a 21-16 lead. Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up. The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Here's McCarthy. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Well, they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. That one complete down the field to Smith. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. T. Higgins, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Jets will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far. Fun to watch. And he's got it. The try for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Now Willis. He's going to try and go deep again. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Here's Willis now off the play fake. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll just get rid of it.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Come on. Tap the 60. Drag him 60.
To throw, here's Willis. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Carlson on for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. Inside the 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Now Carlson for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
On play action, now McCarthy. And that is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick six. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 41-yard line. Now he is just 2 catches away from 1,000 on his career. 998 currently. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41.
18 Cardinal, 18, 60 Maverick, 60 Bass, take over.
McCarthy operating from the gun.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Shamar Stewart. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
McCarthy off the play fake.
This pass complete to Higgins. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Looking to throw McCarthy.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Going for it, here's McCarthy.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down.
Jets, 1st down.
Throwing is McCarthy.
He finds his target, Allen. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Now a run here, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Shamar Stewart picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5.
It's now 3rd and
Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone.
60 Eagle, 60 Eagle.
There go play action. Here's McCarthy.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Call it a loss of 8 there, and it's going to lead to a 4th down. 4th and goal.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking it.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Must get the ball back for us.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Ready! Cougar 19! Panther 11! Panther 11!
Here's Willis. And that one going to come up short. No throw.
The approach just dropping a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Let's go now. 19-18. Let's go.
Now Willis. And that will be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Back to throw. McCarthy. Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins. That'll give him 8 that time. And it'll be 2nd and a couple.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Go.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he'll get up near the 45, a spot at the 44. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Touchdown! Keenan Allen with career touchdown number 70. And the Jets have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Shreds into the stiff arm. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Now that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top. Or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on 3rd down.
Here's a quick throw completed by Willis. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Willis. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Max Crosby able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. The shotgun snap to Willis. They'll swing this out to Krosky Merritt. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd down and 12. Now Willis to throw. Setting up the screen, Krosky Merritt. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Willis looking to throw it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Let's go now. Trap on 80.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, and to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd and 7. To the air with McCarthy. Connecting on the out route here with Higgins.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Ready?
This is Brown going up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Here's McCarthy.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big third down.
It's caught on the right side of Smith.
With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This for the lead in the final stages.
And his kick is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead.
Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
Cade York to kick off.
New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
Marquise Brown.
This is 1st and 10.
Ready? Cowboy 80. Trap 60. Trap 60.
Willis to throw.
Oh, the ball comes comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Here's Willis. Now he'll tuck this and run. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Now Willis. He's going to let it fly. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Take a knee here. That second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for the Jets, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they'll hit